Hi everyone, I hope you had a good weekend. Here we go with another week of our distance learning. I just wanted to give you kind of an overview of what we're doing this week. So I hope that kind of helps. And again, please feel free to ask me questions. It really helps me put important questions at the top so I can see that. So I can get back to you when you have a question. All right, so this week we're gonna finish up World War II. We're going to finish up. We have just a few short notes to do on Monday. Doing this Sunday night, so that's why I said tomorrow. Anyway, so we're doing just a few short notes just to finish up the war in the Pacific, and a little bit of just notes about the UN and the formation of that. So I think there's only 4 or 5 PowerPoint slides, so it's not a whole lot there. So you're going to finish that up tomorrow. Part of your notes will, and your reading, I'll give you some pages in the book to read as well, will talk about the US dropping the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So one thing I would like you to do, and this will all be listed in Edmodo, so you'll get a better explanation of it there, but after you're finished doing your reading and your notes, I need you to write me a paragraph, 5 to 8 sentences, answering the question, do you think it was right for the U.S. to drop the atomic bombs on Japan? Do you think it was necessary to end the war? And why you think that way? So again, that will be clearly laid out in your directions tomorrow, but just a heads up on that coming up as well. I'm also going to give you tomorrow directions for an essay that's actually going to be your test for this chapter. The essay is going to cover you're going to actually choose a person. You're actually going to write an essay about a person, and you're going to get a list of people, and these people have been honored by the Israeli Holocaust Society, and they've given the title Righteous Among the Nations. So each of these people that are on the list that I'm going to give you are not Jewish, but they helped Jewish people escape from Nazi persecution, whether right before the war or during the war. So there's a list of people like Oskar Schindler, which of course made famous by the movie Schindler's List. There's Raoul Wallenberg, Varian Fry, Jan Karski, Martha and Waitzel Sharp, Corrie ten Boom, so plus some others. So some of these you may have heard of, some of them you may not have. A lot of them I hadn't heard of before, but I'm going to give you a list and you choose one, and you're going to do some research about that person, and then you're going to answer some questions. Essentially, you're going to write a 5-paragraph essay, right? Of course, first paragraph being your intro, and then you're going to basically answer 1, how did this person contribute to saving Jewish lives? 2, what motivated them? Was it personal reasons? Was it their faith? What was their motivation behind helping the Jewish people? And then 3, how can we as Christians, how can the church, how can society, how can we encourage or reinforce or strengthen people's resolve to stand up for people who need help? All right, so we want to answer that question. These are all going to be listed for you. I'm going to give you a rubric and everything like that. But I just wanted to kind of introduce that. So I hope you will learn some interesting things. I thought it would be great to focus on heroes of the Holocaust. Most of you are familiar with the horrific acts, of course, that Hitler had done on the Nazis. I am going to link a video, probably on. I'll link it on Monday. It's the Band of Brothers, that series, Band of Brothers. Some of you are familiar with that. There is a scene from one of the episodes where Easy Company comes along a concentration camp, and they find all these people behind these locked gates, and they really have no idea what kind of camp it was. And for the most part, the United States people, the American people, the government knew a little bit about it, but the American people were kind of kept in the dark about what Hitler was doing and just the magnitude of what he was doing with the Jews. Some people were aware, but for the most part, the United States government chose to focus on the war effort versus saving the Jewish people throughout the war. Of course, after the war ended, they did liberate the camps, but it just kind of gives you, that little clip kind of gives you an idea of what the conditions, of course, that the Jewish people were in. And for a lot of what Hitler did, of course, was hidden. He built those ovens to burn their remains, and so a lot of it was left. It was easy to disguise the vast amount of people that he had murdered during the Holocaust. So anyway, again, just one little warning in that one. There are 2 or 3 places where the Lord's name is taken in vain in that Band of Brothers shot. So just letting you know that. But for the most part, it's pretty good. All right. Wednesday, I am giving you an open note quiz on World War II. So open notes, you may use all the fill-in notes that you've taken so far. This is not an open internet quiz, it's just an open note quiz. So that's gonna be part of your honor code, that you only used your notes to take the quiz, not your book, not the internet, but your notes. Okay, that's on Wednesday. Thursday, you'll have more time to work on the essay. The essay is due Thursday at midnight. Okay, so I'm gonna give it to you on Monday. It's not due till Thursday at midnight. Back up a second, Tuesday, you will have one more map, and I promise it's not as confusing or as complicated as the European theater. That one was really a lot, but you guys have done a great job on those. I'll get those grades in soon. It's the Pacific Theater, and actually I've already put on Edmodo the link for the map that you can follow for that one, and it should be a lot more straightforward than the European theater one. So if that European theater one was a lot easier to do in class when I could answer questions and address things, and you guys did a great job, so I appreciate you pushing through and doing that one. All right. I hope that covers everything. Again, if you have questions, write important question in an email and I'll answer it. Look on Redweb. Everything will be laid out on Redweb, when it's due, how you're supposed to turn it in, all of that. All right. I missed you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Bye.